Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Final Fantasy Reactions video. And I know I posted a news video earlier today, but my schedule is going to be very busy. There's going to be the JP review and then the global review, and we're doing polls for the JP and global side this week, so I think this is the only time I can actually fit this video in. So we're going to be talking about what you should pick with that New Vision Select ticket. Remember, guys, this is not for every New Vision available, only a select number up to King Behemi. So I mean, that's a large amount though, right? So for a new player, this probably will be centered around new players, people who are new to the game and don't really know a lot about the meta or anything like that, and like, oh, I'll just pick the first one, right? I'll pick Cloud. Now keep in mind, guys, these are separated into 3 categories. Low priority, something that unless you are an experienced veteran player, you probably should not be picking these. Medium, kind of, if you need it, it's there. And then high or top priority is probably the ones you want to look at the most. And keep in mind, guys, that this is, even though they're all in the same category, certain units are in the same category, they might not be there for the same reasons. This is not a black and white category system, so some characters could be there for some reason and could be there for another reason. I just want to make that very abundantly clear before you start typing in the comment section and starting yelling at me. I'm kidding about that, by the way. I'm not worried about that. Anyways, let's get into it. So the low priority here, Cloud. Yes, you may have seen Sinzar's videos and things like that, seeing like he can get 8,000 attack and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, is he worth a pick? No. He would need a lot more buffs, and considering how long it took for him to get the X2 buffs on the global version, I would just consider that no. And on the reverse of that, the reason why I don't want you to pick Rain is because, well, I don't want to spoil too much, but this is not really a spoiler. When Season 4 comes around, you can get New Vision Rain for free. Now, the JP version did that. Hopefully the global version will do that. So you can get up to EX2, so that means his STMR, and his STMR does get upgraded. And he gets a whole bunch of other things, I think, as well, so that's the reason why you wouldn't pick her. See, this is what I mean. This is not black and white. The reason why you don't want to pick Green is because you get him for free later. So why would you pick him now? Axstar, just one of those cases where you shouldn't pick him because his damage is not good enough at this point, and just not really needed. Soul, same reason. Why would you pick him? His damage is not that good anymore, and it never really was. The TDH unit with no 6x cap or 5x cap capabilities. Sorry, just not very good. Furion, his modifiers are too low. He has a lot of killers, which I love. I always love that part about him. But at this point, you shouldn't pick him because his modifiers are just too low. He won't really do much for you. Unite, no. He's not really worth bringing to any fight at this point. Even if he gets an EX2 buff, the probably would just be like, I don't know, like some attack buff, or like give him an LB fill or something like that. So not really worth it. And Clayum and Axstar is here because there's gonna be a lot of stronger finishers in the horizon, and like Clayum herself is probably actually stronger than Clayum and Axstar. So I wouldn't worry too much about them too much at this point. Mazurka, just not a very strong Dragoon. I mean, yeah, she's good, but not needed. If you're a new player, you shouldn't be picking Mazurka whatsoever. Same thing with Mello. If you're a new player, or even like a medium player, you probably shouldn't be picking that character. Mello is pretty good. Guys, remember, some of these characters are good, but in terms of a select, you only get one. As of this video, you might get more than one, but I'm pretty sure you only get one. You only get one choice. You gotta make that choice count. Do you want to pick Mello as your choice? I didn't think so. Moving on. Medium priority. These are things that are there. These units are pretty good. If you are someone who already has everything in the top priority, maybe you should look at some of these. Aerith could still be potentially decent on the global version if she gets some kind of a buff in the future. Yoshikiri, as much flack as he got and much as flack as he gets, he's a infinite bonus unit pretty much in any global event. Most events, I would say. Maybe not. I don't know if the next event's gonna have any bonus. Like the, what is it called, Clash of Wills? Yeah, I'm not sure if that thing has bonus units, but pretty much every global event has bonus, and he always the bonus. So that's not the reason to pick him though. He has a lot of good buffs and things like that, and he could get EX2 buffs in the future. So same thing with Star Elena. She's a bonus unit. She could get EX2 buffs in the future perhaps. She's okay damage dealer, just not amazing at this point. She's okay for clearing events, but not so much for anything else. Madame Edel, very good buffs in her normal form. She has a lot of decent, like a lot of things that you would like to use. Darkened Earth Imbues and all those kind of things. 300% attack buff, 300% attack and magic buff for everybody, and fill LB to full for one ally, so that's good. Her Brave Shift form, not so much. I usually keep her at I'm keeping her EX0 on my global account because there's no point bringing her any higher. I don't really care about her Brave Shift form, so. And it really pains me to put Laswell here. I wish I could put him in the top priority. Unfortunately, he's here because he needs the EX2 buff. That's basically how it comes down to it. Even with his Catan upgrade, which is amazing, by the way. Global should be... I hope Global will be getting it. I don't know if they're going to be skipping Charlotte and Vlad or not. But when he does get it, he's a lot stronger. He gets the 600% cap increase. He gets long burst damage and a lot of other things. So... he needs an EX2 buff. It's just very simple. So, Snow, not really that good. I don't really like Snow personally. I think Snow is not really worth a pick because there's better choices in terms of tanks in this, and we'll be getting to that. So Snow, yes, he has huge mitigation, but he's not really worth it. Fistless doesn't have EX2 buffs. Pretty strong mage, but not really worth picking. And with your one pick, guys. Dark Fina and Soul, the same situation. They're really strong, but they're a mage that feels kind of wonky to use them at times, and just not really worth picking. Melia, probably one of the better ones to pick in this medium priority because she's a decent tank, and I think that her true duel is flawed. That's why she's here, because I feel like her mechanic, her way of building stats is kind of flawed, because you want to equip a shield most likely on your magic tanks, unless you have a lot of Nyx dagger laying around. I guess I don't even know if she can equip daggers. I don't remember. I do have her, but I don't use her, so I don't remember. Cobalt Noctis is here. Yes, he is insanely powerful, but in terms of the future. Alright guys, we're also looking at the future here, and if you're a new player, you can't quit. You're not going to be able to equip Noctis, no way. And even if you're a medium player, you're probably looking forward to Sephiroth. So why pick a finisher when you're going to be pulling for another one anyways? So no, not really too much Noctis. And this is the top priority. Everything in this will either be buffed or is already quite good, or just good value. Bronze, for example, extremely good value. Just overall, he's been proven many times that he's just the go-to tank for most people. If they pulled for him, of course. Fina and Daisy, just gold standard of magic tanking. Even if Beatrice exists, even if you're just starting like the last few weeks, you didn't get the Beatrice for free anyways. So Shoreline Fina and Daisy is the only unit in this whole channel to get a 10 out of 10. And I don't know if that's ever going to change. I don't know if that record is ever going to get broken. So, Terra, always a very strong choice as a evoke finisher. Yes, she's actually the weakest of the evoke finisher family, but that doesn't mean she's bad. She still has crown upgrades in the future. She still can, be a finisher, and what's bad about that? Locke is here because he is getting the crown upgrade and stuff like that, and I think that he's getting well, he still hasn't gotten EX2 buffs, I don't think yet, so I don't think he did. If he did, okay, well, I don't remember if he did or not, but the crown upgrade gives him much stronger breaks on his cooldown, so that's a good option. Green and Fina, just good strong tag team chainer. Same with Laswell and Reagan, although their finisher capabilities are a lot weaker than they used to be, they can still be a good chainer. Lightning there is quite good in terms of just being able to do a whole bunch. She does so many things: healing, Lunar Stamina Stealer, top tier Spirit Breaker, magic. If you want her to do that, I wouldn't recommend that too much, but that's our weakest point. Also, it can be a provoker if you want her to do that. So she has a lot of options. Ferris, another evoke finisher, quite good. She has a lot of other options that Terra does not have, like other summons and things like that. So Terra or a Ferris is quite good, quite good option compared with Bart's, of course, 45% win to boost. And finally, King Behemi. Now you might disagree with this choice. You might put him in the medium category, and that's your opinion. This is mine. I think that there's very few flaws with King Behemi. If you put, I will say this, since you're here for my opinion. If you put Cabranth and King Behemi in front of me, I would probably still pick Cabranth, if you guys were wondering that. If head to head, I would probably still pick Cabranth. He's a lot easier to gear and things like that. I mean, easier to gear, I guess, is subjective, but I feel like Cabranth is just more useful to me. But you guys can dispute that if you'd like, and I welcome them in the comment section down below if you guys want. I feel like Cabranth is more fluid. I don't know what word to, I'm not really sure what word to use for this situation. I just think that head to head, I think that Cabranth is better, in my opinion. Anyways, guys, this is the top tier picks. What do you guys think about this? Am I on the point? Am I missing something here, or something doesn't belong in this category? Maybe Locke, for example. You might say, oh, Locke is, you know, whatever. There's better breakers, you know, Venera and stuff like that. Maybe. Or Kektarina. I said that wrong. I keep saying it wrong. Sorry, guys. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this list. And I hope to see you in the very next video. Peace.